So there's this young married couple who are very successful financially, both Harvard graduates. They're, for the most part, financially independent. They're not even 30 years old yet. One day they're talking about their lives. They realize that something is missing, and they decide that this missing thing is a child. So they decide they're going to have a child. So they get pregnant. 9 months later, they welcome a beautiful baby boy into the world, and they can tell very early on that it's clear this boy is going to follow in their footsteps. He learns to read within a year. A couple more months, he understands math. He ends up going to school a year early, jumping ahead a grade and graduating from elementary school at the age of 9. So his parents are very proud of him. They sit him down and say, "Son, we want to reward you for all your hard work. So we're going to buy you anything you want. Just name it. Sky is the limit. We will buy it for you." And so the son thinks for a minute and he says, "Mom and Dad, I want 2 red ping pong balls." And the mom and dad look at each other. They kind of laugh. They think maybe he's joking with them. And they say, "No, son, we're serious. We want to buy you anything at all you want. Just name it." And the boy says, well, I'm serious too. I just want 2 red ping pong balls. So the parents get him the 2 red ping pong balls and go about their lives. So the son goes into middle school, and same kind of pattern happens. He has straight A's. He does very well. All the teachers are very happy with him. He graduates from middle school at the top of his class. And again, the parents sit him down and say, "Son, it's time you get rewarded for all your hard work with a good reward. So tell us anything at all you want, and we will buy it for you." And the son thinks for a minute and says, "Mom and Dad, I just want 2 red ping pong balls." And the parents say, No, come on, seriously. Anything at all. You know, we notice you really like going to the zoo. How about we build you your own zoo? It will be your own zoo that you can have. And he says, "No, thanks, but I just want 2 red ping pong balls." And the parents look at each other and they say, "So be it." They get him the 2 red ping pong balls and go about their lives. The son goes into high school. Of course, he does very well. The parents start getting letters from the teachers saying how pleased they are with this boy. Not only is he the smartest kid they've ever taught, he's very humble. He's very nice to the other kids. He's not a typical know-it-all prick, and they can't wait to see what he's going to do with his life. So, of course, he graduates. He's valedictorian. He gives a wonderful speech at graduation. All the kids love him. Even if you weren't his friend, you had to respect him. And so the parents say, "Son, you're practically an adult now. I think it's time you get rewarded for all your hard work all these years. Just tell us what you want and we'll buy it for you." And the son thinks for a minute and says, "Mom and Dad, I want 2 red ping pong balls." And the mom and dad say, No, come on. You're old enough to drive now. Why don't we buy you a brand new Ferrari?" And the son says, No, that's all right. And the parents interrupt him and say, Well, what about this? What if we buy you a limo and hire a driver? And then you wouldn't even have to drive. You could, anywhere you need to go, you have a personal driver, a limo. I think you've earned it. You've done really well for yourself. You just turned 16 and you're graduating high school. And the son says, "That's really nice, Mom and Dad, but I just want 2 red ping pong balls." So the parents buy him the 2 red ping pong balls and go about their lives. So the kid goes to college. Of course, he gets into an Ivy League college. Again, does very well academically. Top of his class, graduates with honors. All of his teachers are sending letters to his parents saying they can't wait to see what he's going to do with his life, because they feel like no matter what he wants, he can get it. He's so intelligent and he's such a nice guy, and they can tell that he's the kind of person that will get what he deserves. So he graduates from college, and the parents say, "Okay, son, now it's time. You're an adult. Let us buy you something really, really nice. Just go all out. Just be materialistic for once in your life. Let us just get you something that nobody else can get." And the boy thinks for a minute and says, "Mom and Dad, I just want 2 red ping pong balls." And the parents say, No. No, how about we get you your own personal island? We can do it. We're set. We can buy you an island, your own personal island. And the boy says, "Well, that's really nice, Mom and Dad, but I really just want 2 red ping pong balls." The parents look at each other and they decide they have faith in their son, that he knows what he wants. So they get him the 2 red ping pong balls and they go about their lives. So fast forward to many, many years later, the boy's mom has passed away. One day, the boy calls up his dad and says, "Dad, I feel like going for a drive in the mountains. You want to come?" And the dad says, "Sure, son, that sounds fun." So they're up in the mountains driving around and just enjoying themselves. They're driving down a mountain pass, and unbeknownst to them, a rock slide starts from higher up the mountain. And as they come around a turn, showers of boulders rain down upon them and knock them from the mountain pass, tumbling hundreds of feet down the mountain. And finally the carnage stops. The car comes to a rest, and the dad and the son are all but mangled in the wreckage. And the dad says, "Son, are you still there?" And the son says, "Yeah, Dad, I'm still here, but I don't think we're gonna make it." And the dad says, "I think you're right, son. I think this is the end." And the son says, "Well, at least we'll be back with Mom." And the dad says, "You're right, son. You're right." And he says, "Son, I just want you to know how proud I am of you. I feel like I've made a lot of good decisions in my life, but by far the best decision I ever made was to have you." And the son says, Well, gee, thanks, Dad. That means a lot to me. I don't know what to say." And they kind of share a moment of silence together, and eventually the dad says, "Son, are you still there?" And the son says, "Yeah, but I really think I'm close to the end, Dad. I feel like I can see the light." And the dad says, "Yeah, I think I can too. I just need to know something before it's all over. Can I ask you just one question?" And the son says, "Yeah, of course, Dad." And the dad says, I just want to know, all those years, you could have had anything in the world. Can you tell me why you only wanted the red ping pong balls?" And the son says, "Yeah, Dad, of course, I'll tell you. The reason I wanted the 2 red ping pong balls is..."